The owner of UGVR just did a Q&A and I'm going to be giving you a full video of it. I'm not going to be leaving anything out so you can get all the information from it. And they also had a few guest speakers that are big creators in the UGVR community. If you like seeing this Q&A, make sure to like and subscribe because I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers, which is when I'll drop something big. And if you haven't already, join the UG server in the description and my server so then you can get in codes with me. Anyway, let's get on with this Q&A.
For MUGness, which we're talking about a little bit today, we have Predominant, who'll be talking a little bit about how things went with our creators that we've got up here. We have these creators up here because we had all the creators vote on most MVCs, the most valuable creators, just creators who were really involved in MUGness in general and did a good job hyping it up and everything. And so we have Cadet Grumpy, Axolotl, who's not here, so shout out. Baker's Dozen up here with us, and Nostalcy, who's I think on their way. We'll see, but they'll talk a bit with us.
Great. Who's going first? What are we talking about first here?
Since we have the creators up here, we should probably do MUGness stuff first, and then we can do the other stuff after, maybe.
Works for me.
Okay.
You tell us what who's talking and all that.
Oh, sorry.
Yum.
Go for it, Predominant.
You want me to take it?
Oh, yeah,
all
sorry.
right.
I thought that was the plan.
No, that's great. All right. Sorry, I just... Yeah. All right. So, anyways, hello, everybody. Excited to have you all here. So, MUGness, that was like kind of an idea that we had, I don't know, middle of February. I can't even remember when. And we realized we had 32 dinosaurs, which was kind of perfect because for those of you who don't know, the typical bracket is like a 64 team bracket. So we're like, hey, we just take out one, like the first round of 64, and we have ourselves the perfect dinosaur bracket. And so we kind of got our whole team together, decided we were going to throw it in there and still do all the other updates we were planning on and all the other content. But we knew that it was going to only work if you guys were on board. So it was so fun to see the engagement, and I think that for me it was really surprising. It was fun to kick it off with like the tiered list. And Hall, I think you have that list up. If you want to, I guess, screen share that, we can talk through a little bit of those. But I'd love to just kind of, while we have Baker and Cadet here, just kind of love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of MUGness, just in general. Like, do you feel like it was good for your channels? Do you feel like it was good for the game? Something we should do in the future? I know that like it's tough when your dino doesn't win or whatever, but still felt like it was fun. But at least I had a good time. But yeah, so I don't know if Cadet, if you want to go first, and then Baker, if you want to afterwards, just kind of give your first impressions on what you thought about MUGness.
Yeah, I'm happy to go first. Obviously, it's very sad when your dinosaur doesn't win in the finals, but no, it was a lot of fun. To be fair, it was really good to have like pull the community so they're all working towards a common goal. There was loads of dinosaurs in the event as well, so I felt like everyone. I suggested Tara's comment of because surprised we didn't win. I'm surprised and very sad we didn't win, but not only one could win at the end, so. But yeah, it was great. It felt like there was representation for everyone. So whatever your favorite dinosaurs, it was there. There's a range of different dinosaurs. It always felt like one of like the big ones would end up winning it. But there was also some like massive upsets along the way, which was always fantastic to see. And yeah, it was really good. It also, as a creator standpoint, it allowed me to trial like things that I wouldn't normally be able to do. For instance, trying to do like hashtags on YouTube, where it's like the Team Skelly Mag and getting people to make videos around the dinosaurs, around giveaways, which was really like fun to see the community pull together to do stuff like that. So it opened up a lot of opportunities as a creator standpoint, but it was also great to just see like so many communities get like really involved. I even had some people from like other teams join in my streams and trying to promote their dinosaurs, which was great to see that people were so passionate about the game and about their dinosaurs.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And we'll talk a little bit more about like the upsets. We'll look at the bracket here in a little bit. But what would like actually let's let Bakers, if you want to go ahead and give your quick thoughts on it as well about how it went.
I thought that MUGness was probably like the funnest thing that I've like ever seen in UG, and the community probably thought that the same thing too. It was really nice to see like the community like come together to like start such a really fun event that I have never seen come from a VR game. And I'm really glad that my dino won. Really glad. I did not expect it to win. Like I was at a sleepover. I woke up like at 6 a.m. and I was totally expecting Skelemag to like be winning by like 90%, but I look and like Triceratops is winning by 60% and like just jump up and like I start screaming and like my friends are so confused. I was really like shocked by it. And from like Cadet, what he was saying about like how people were going into his streams, I saw a lot of Skelemag and Uglysaur people interfering into my code, so it was really fun. I really had fun with the videos to make. There was so many video ideas to make, and I don't know, it was just really fun to do.
Yeah, that was great. I actually in my personal bracket that I filled out for guessing stuff, which is not exactly aligned with my rankings, I had the Tri-Skelly going the whole way. The player sentiment on it all along, I had a feeling that it was going to win. I got a lot of other things wrong, but that one I did have winning. So congrats on that. I mean, I think it wouldn't have been near, like you say, it was the funnest thing ever. It was, if you think about it, there was very little in the actual game itself that we did. We basically just facilitated. We put a basketball court out there and we came up with the voting system. That's all we did as far as the game goes. Now, obviously, Yum, Tara, the whole team, they did a lot to facilitate out of game stuff, but I feel like you're saying it's the funnest thing that's come to UG, and I think that's 100% attributed to like what you guys all did with it, because if we just said, hey, how fun is this, come vote, it could have just been a total dud and nobody would have even known it happened. But the fact that we had, I think, like well over 200,000 votes in that last championship just shows how many people were invested in this, because it didn't do anything in game. We didn't even give it a reward. As in fact, if you voted multiple times, it cost you bones. Like there was no reason. And so really excited about what's going to come from that. And we're teasing. Who's going to tease should we tease the bundle now, or should we hold that for a little bit longer?
I have it up, so I can tease it.
Do it.
Can I have a little cry at this point? Is that okay?
Just Cadet sobbing in the background.
Imagine
While we show it.
See my tears over the.
Stop.
Moment of silence.
And now I'm gonna stream this.
Oh!
Yeah, so I know that everyone was thinking it was going to be like a crown and like it was going to look like a championship bundle. We talked a lot about that. We're still going to call it the champ bundle, but we wanted it to look cool, 100% separate of the competition, so that people that either didn't participate in, or like 2 years from now, people would still dig this dinosaur design. And we felt like it kind of goes in line with the same theme that like the Day of the Dead version has of the current Tri-Skelly, but this is just obviously an all new one. So I'm hoping that you guys like it. It will be the same as normal. Comes with the full cosmetic set for your UG as well, and 7,500 nugs. But yeah, Bakers, what do you think of this design? I think it's the first time any of you are seeing it. So. Oh, Bakers, he drop? I don't see him anymore.
He just DM'd me to say that he thinks it's not very good, and maybe you should do one for the Skelemag instead.
I knew it.
He went to make a video real quick about it.
Awesome. Well, he loves it. He's speechless, obviously. And Cadet, we know how you feel about it. So could have. It was so close. It was so close, but yeah, I really dig it. I guess Hala, Tara, Yum, would love to hear your thoughts about how this all came together as well.
Dude, honestly, it looks so amazing. I spent like an hour leveling up my brand new bundle Triceratops this morning, and because I am new to UG, so I don't have an OG Triceratops, and so this was my first one, and I was nurturing that little baby. I loved him so much. I think it's so cool. And just like, yeah, like Mike said, having like basketball champion, it would have been cool, but we wanted to make sure that you guys liked this Triskelatops forever. And next year when the Skelemagmon wins, we want the Triskelatops bundle to still be cool. So that's why we went this way, and I think it turned out so good.
Awesome. Looks like Baker's back. Baker, if you wanted to just quickly give your thoughts, I guess, on the bundle on.
I think
if you are there.
Cadet lied. Don't believe anything he says. Definitely.
They
probably
misinterpreted.
Probably my second favorite color. Color 19 will always be my favorite because he's my little baby. Yeah, I really like the arms on it. The head looks funny. I don't know why the head is so goofy. But yeah, it looks really cool bundle. Sadly, I have to give it away. So.
Nice. All right. Well, Tara, Yum, any last words before we tease the alpha experience?
But I was just gonna say that I had to do a double take because I thought for sure the Skelemagmon was gonna win, like for sure. And someone DM'd me that morning and was like, "Oh, I can't believe Triskelatops is winning." I'm like, "Do you mean Skelemagmon?" It's like I had to go look. So I don't know. I'm really surprised by that, but it's cool. That actually I prefer Triskelatops. Sorry, cover your ears, Cadet. Over the other one, but that's just personal.
Wow.
So I'm really happy to see the bundle.
I think the fact that it won by over 100,000 votes was absolutely insane. Like Cadet said, there were upsets throughout the whole thing. The fact that the Ugly Sword made it as far as it did into the 4th round was awesome. It was so cool. That's better than I could have hoped for personally. And before you show any other, what were we going to tease again next?
Just the alpha encounter, the Triskele alpha encounter that's going to be coming.
Oh yeah, perfect. Do that. That's good.
Yeah. So a lot of you, like, we always try to make our system so that everyone can get stuff, regardless of whether you pay any real world money. So we were trying to think about that in this case because we usually do that through the egg shop, but we didn't want to put a Titan in the egg shop. We felt like that would just make it too much. Like, we already are adding it to the bundle, which was not something we intended originally, but with this whole March MUGness thing, it came up. So we also obviously just released the Skeleton battle, so we didn't want to swap that out. So what we're doing for 1 week only, so you'll have to grind for it, is there's going to be an uber rare chance, like super rare. I think it's like a 7% chance that you'll end up encountering with the Skeleton. You'll end up encountering the Triskele Alpha. So it's not a full Triskele boss battle. That the one that's in Halloween, that's still exclusive to Halloween. There'll be a 7% chance of encountering an Alpha. So it will be bigger, it will be harder to kill, and it will be with the Skeleton. So it should be kind of complicated. At least when I tried to I died really quick, but I died at the Skeleton a lot if I'm not with other people, or like really trying. But it'll have a 50-50 shot of dropping an egg. So if you do see it, there's a really decent chance you're going to get an egg. And so that's kind of how this like unique 1 week only Triskele encounter is going to go. The bundle version will still be exclusive, but you can get a Triskele if you don't have one already, even without paying. So just always making sure that we allow you to get everything in the game for free one way or the other. So yeah, that's the secret, the alpha encounter that'll be happening there in the Boneyard for 1 week. Obviously, the Triskele will be coming back with the Halloween version of the Boneyard, which will also have its own fun, like new features and tweaks and stuff. But for now, you'll have the bundle and the alpha. Yeah, anything I missed about that, guys? I feel like that's kind of everything, right?
Oh, we also just got Nostalcy here and up on stage with us. Hi.
Awesome. Nostalgia, can your microphone working? We've just been asking people about their what they thought about March MUGness and obviously about the Triskele winning.
Is my mic working yet?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Nostalgia, what did you think about March MUGness overall? Your thoughts?
very time consuming. At least for me. I think I put too much, at least for like the first like 2 weeks. I think I was posting at least 3 March MUGness videos like every day.
Holy crap.
That's so many.
I think within the first week I had 20.
And who were you repping? At least
Ugly
initially.
Star.
Yeah, baby.
No wonder you did so good. That had to have been all you. 3 videos a day. The Ugly Sword made it way further than any of us ever thought, so that's got to be why. Holly, do you want to bring up the bracket? Actually, we can talk just kind of look through it real quick and just talk some upsets and everything, and then I think we can.
Dude, I have to say, I
Move on.
felt like the Ugly Saw had like a weird cult following. There were some amount of people that came into live streams and stuff who were like so pro Ugly Saw that I just did not expect.
Yeah, for sure.
This version, but we all know who won, so.
Heck yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so I was pretty bummed that the T-Rex that it didn't make it further. I just have a soft spot for the T-Rex. That said, I actually love the design of the Chilodon, so I'm okay with that victory. I just was kind of bummed about that. The Uglisaur beating the Chilodon, though, and I'm actually glad it didn't beat the T-Rex. I feel like that would have been even more insane, but for whatever reason. But the Uglisaur making it into the final 4 was just crazy. And shout out to the Rapto. Too bad we can't have Axolotl here, but I'm glad it made that. T-Rex and Rapto to me, like those are the kind of like the 2 iconic dinosaurs that, for at least from my childhood, with Jurassic Park and everything, like those are the kind of the main hero dinos. I guess not hero wheels, like they're villains, but those are the 2. So, anyways, but loved the Final 4. Really surprised about how far the Uglisaur made it. I actually, frankly, was surprised the Nubasaur beat the Pterodactyl. That was a huge surprise to me because I feel like the Pterodactyl is one of the better flyer like designs, and it's obviously an OG dinosaur. But I think just everyone has a Nubasaur. I thought the Orosaur was going to make it further just because it was a community dinosaur. And what was the other thing I noticed? I had the Crystodon going further because I love the design, but I wasn't expecting it really to win, so I think I had it as an S tier in its original bracket. But yeah, the Crystodon did beat the Uglito, but it lost to the Super Titan. So when the Skelemagmon beat the Crystodon, that's when I thought the Skelemagmon might have a chance to win. But that's just kind of my analysis on things. Anything stand out to you guys that you want to shout out about the bracket or how things went? Or move on to some teases and stuff.
I think you nailed it, especially with the Orosaur. That was one of the biggest surprises to me as well. It was nuts.
The only one from me is I was quite surprised how far the Beastosaur got. I personally, I did a ranking of my own before, and I ranked that incredibly low, but it seemed to have quite a big following on there, and that got through to against the Rapto, so I was quite shocked about that one. The rest was fairly, except the upsets you mentioned, the rest was fairly expected, to be honest, bar the final.
There is a pretty, like, I'd say, I don't know if it's a cult following or what we want to call it at this point, but the Beastosaur bundle, it was the first bundle, I believe, at launch or before launch, the, what is it called? I think it was the Beast Rider bundle. That was the bundle that sold the least with our like traditional bundles, just because it was available for such a short amount of time and before we had a lot of players. So there is kind of like that is a pretty rare skin, and I think maybe that
comes up a
like
lot in my streams of people asking. Like, as far as I'm aware, that is held as regarded as like the rarest dinosaur skin you can get is the Beastie bundle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is probably one of the most rare bundle skins that are available. If I remember the numbers right.
I have something to ask. What happened with Chilodon? Like, why did it show up in place of Uglisaur against Triskele?
I think we just literally indexed that wrong for a second, and that was our bad. We ended up just converting those votes over, and I can't remember exactly what we did, and it was only for a very short amount of time. But one thing I do think we're going to do next time that's different, and maybe as kind of like a wrap up, I'd love to just kind of hear either from the community and from you guys. And Tara, maybe you can monitor what the community is. So guys in the chat, let us know about this. Like, should we do this again? And how, like, what should we do different if we do it again? So 2026, the current plan is we wouldn't bring back any of these original 32. We'd either do all new 32 dinosaurs, so the ones that have released, I think, since like the Ankylosaurus was the first, somewhere around there. And then hopefully we'll have 32 to 64 that are available by the next time. And then we'll do it again. I think one thing we would change for sure is to hide the vote until you voted. We just don't know how much that swayed people. So specifically in that example of the Chilodon being there and accidentally for a minute, I hope that didn't actually impact the vote. Ultimately, it was a very small fraction of people that voted while that window was incorrect like that. But yeah, just would love to hear Baker, Nostalcy, and Cadet. Anything you guys think we should change for next time? Should we do it again, first of all?
Played down that it was only there for a minute when it was like 6 hours. And we all know that Baker slipped you a couple £100 so that you would say, no. You can play it down all you want. We all know there was a little underhanded tactic.
Who told you that?
It got fixed as soon as we were awake. It's just you're a little bit ahead of us.
I do think not being able
that's a great idea.
Well, I do think not being able to see votes at all until the end of the round would, because even if you can see after you voted once, I'm sure people will be able to pass on and let each other know. I think not being able to see until the voting is done would be a really good thing. It'd also add a lot of tension at the end, because then like after each round, it's like everyone's going to anticipation of like who won, who's going to go through. So I think that would be good.
How would you suggest like we reveal who won at the end of it? Like, should we show who's ahead? Like, even just not how much they're ahead by, but just
Discord announcement, or even have something in game where it's like some kind of board that shows winner of yesterday's votes, like the 4 winners, the 2 winners, like that, and then have on like the finals. I would also probably change the time that it starts and ends so that it's more in line with midday, so that like when people finish school or when people are awake, that the voting finishes, rather than, because it was kind of weird that it was finishing. I'm in the UK, so I was time difference, but it finished like it started really early and finished like I think it started the same time it finished, so it was like 6 a.m. or 9 a.m. or something like that. So it was like really early, so you kind of went to sleep and going, I hope it does well when I'm asleep.
Yeah, that is a tough thing, because we're a global game and have players across the like everywhere, and so when updates come out and when we say, oh, it's coming out next Thursday, it's like, well, for some people it's Thursday, but for some people it's Wednesday or Friday or whatever. Like, so that's something we run into a lot. So I like this idea of completely hiding it. That seems fun. We could put more in game too to make that like more interesting. So you walk in to figure out which one won and could make it kind of like a reveal, like a pretty cool reveal or something. I like that. That's great. Baker's, what do you think? Should we do it next year? Anything different?
I don't think 32, like these 32 dinos should be up next year. I think there should be like a new set of 32 dinos. I think that'd be better, because if it was these 32 dinos, then Triceratops would just win again. So.
Sad but true.
Okay, yeah, that's great. So do it again. Just make sure we swap out for new dinosaurs, which is that is what we're thinking as well. So I think we're on the same page there. Nostalcy, anything that you'd recommend we change? Maybe recommend to yourself not to make quite so many videos, but also I think it gave the Ankylosaur the best shot. So maybe do more videos. No, I'm just kidding. Any thoughts?
Preferably have the right dinos on the vote.
Yeah. All right. We will do that. I'll let our dev know to get that right next time. It was a lot last minute, so I definitely, if anyone's fault, it's my fault for green lighting this crazy idea like last minute.
I think we just assumed Chilodon was gonna win against Ankylosaur, and so we just had that default.
I would just have one other suggestion.
Hate, but
is maybe like if when you vote, that you unlock like a freebie of something, not in terms of like every time you vote, but just so that everyone that took part, even if it's like a dino collar or something, just to say like you voted. I think it'd be quite nice for everyone that took part to get something, if that makes sense.
It does, totally. And we thought about that a lot with, because we did have the cosmetics obviously in the creator huts, and we opted for that because we really only had time to do one or the other, because I think that's a great point. I think we'll try and do both next time. But we opted for the one that was tied to the creators because we knew that this entire program would be pretty lame if the creators weren't on board. And so we wanted to incentivize that collaboration between you guys as much as possible. So I do agree with that. I think it's a good suggestion. Kind of similar to like we've done in the past, where we like had the OG glasses for everyone. That was a bit like that was part of the game before we launched. Nothing
crazy, but just like a little thank you for taking part in the event sort of thing. And I completely understand this was such a last minute thing, it sounds like. So I completely understand. But yeah, it'd just be quite nice to everyone who actually, because you don't want just everyone to get something when they haven't taken part, but if it's like your first vote, it suddenly unlocks something that you can then get.
Yeah, totally. I think that's great. Like even just the March MUGness logo on a shirt or something would have been super cool for everyone to be able to get, and then they could still rock their Team Uglosaur or whatever. But okay, yeah, great ideas. Okay, so do it. Make some good suggestions there, or you guys made some good suggestions there. Hala and Yum Yum, what do you guys think? We doing this again? Was it worth the effort? I know you guys did a lot of coordinating and making it work. So
yeah, just looking at the chat, there's lots of yeses and lots of feedback and lots of different ideas for how we can do it. But I agree with most of them. It was super fun. Just do it again.
I do agree with hiding the votes as well. I think that made a big difference in the outcome. I think for next time we should definitely hide the votes. That's what people are saying as well, with the new 32 dinosaurs. And maybe more interactive voting stations as well, I'm hearing in chat, which we had discussed before. Can't remember if it was Yum Yum or someone else who brought it up. That I also saw one interesting suggestion of every dino that advances gets an increased egg drop, and shop dinos have a hidden egg in the map. I don't know, I just like the idea of a hidden egg in the map. I think that's super cool.
Yeah, those are way fun ideas. We should let's make sure we're jotting all these down, because I don't want to forget them after the fact. Well, cool guys. Thanks for doing March MUGness. I think it was really fun. Sounds like it was the way to go. Seems like everyone is thrilled about it. We have a lot of other things that we're doing in the game, and so we tried to make it so that it wasn't a huge distraction to our developers and the core of what the game was. We still released the Boneyard, still released all of the things we were going to. For the most part, we only had one dev that was really working on the whole voting system for us, and he did a great job. Other than that mishap for those 6 hours, but that's just because Baker's paid us so much money to do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I didn't hear first of all.
Confirmed. No, clip it. No, but really thanks to the whole team for all of that. I guess Tara, I didn't give you a chance. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think it's pretty much been covered. I agree with most of the suggestions, and I really enjoyed it. For something that was so last minute that we just kind of had a brainstorming session about it, I feel like I'm really, really happy with how it all turned out, because it was so last minute and a lot we had to scramble to do, but I'm really proud of the team for how it all came together. Yeah. Yes, we may have had our YouTube channel demonetized, and the voting station got messed up for a few hours, but it could have been worse, so I think it went great.
Could have been much worse.
I'm flaming Bakers right now. Baker's dozen.
How would you do this?
He did not pay us. It was not rigged. It was not intentionally rigged at all. Any part of it. I know a lot of people were saying that, and it was definitely not. We just watched it happen, and just like the rest of you, were just as surprised waking up and seeing how things were going. And so, anyways, so much fun. And thanks for everybody. I think we'll do it. It sounds like we'll do it again. and excited to see how much better we can make it next year. And we'll definitely collaborate with you, with the creators and with the community more. We kind of just had to make the executive decision and just hit go so fast. I really think we had less than a week before like the first voting happened from when we decided to do it. So a lot that we learned, and it was a blast. All right, I think that's probably enough March MUGness for now. Anything else we want to tease or share with that, or do we want to get into the community dino coming up?
Yeah, I got that ready to tease whenever you want.
Yeah, let's check out the Tuffaluffagus.
Great. Should we start with the video or with the picture? What do you think? Or the video?
Yeah, whichever one you want.
Then we can leave the picture up while we talk.
There you go. All right. There you go. We should have had like some epic music playing with
I
them.
know, there's no sound. Kind of feels anticlimactic.
I know
Even
that
good
the,
things
I
in
know that
chat,
the
though.
designer is in chat though, so I'm excited.
Yes.
All fun.
Ms. Rat, I think?
Yep.
Yes, Ms. Rat. That's their design for the Tuffaluffagus.
Congrats.
Amazing work. It was so hard to pick, guys. Every time it is hard, but I don't know. Like me and Hollow were trying to decide which one to go with for so long. They really, like the finalists were really finalists. Like it could have been any of them. And honestly, there was just a few things that determined it, and it wasn't 100% just this is easily our favorite, because I think each one of us had maybe a different favorite, but part of it too was just what can we achieve in the game? What can we, what's going to look the best? What's going to fit the general direction of the game and stuff? So there was a lot of things that had nothing to do with how cool your designs were. So you guys had some of the coolest designs. There's a few that we'll probably still do in some way, shape, or form. Like even, I don't even know who it was that submitted it, but there was parts of the skeleton that were inspired by the Orosaur submissions. And so I have a folder on my desktop where I constantly go to for inspiration, whether it's a recommendation, just like a text, a video recap. Like I will put stuff in that folder and circle back to it all the time, and it'll make it into the game. So there's all those finalists. Parts of what you submitted will likely make it into the game in one way or another. So anyways, that said, this is the one we had decided to go with. As you can see from the still image, we're trying to keep that Orosaur, that texture, that kind of star field texture there. So that's how you know it's a community dinosaur. Essentially, that's kind of the special little, I guess, token for that. These colors aren't quite final. Usually, what happens is this is the first pass of one of our artists. So then what will usually happen is I'll go in and then I'll kind of tweak the colors a little bit and come up with the entire dino decks. And often when I go through that first pass, there'll be a couple small tweaks to the pattern and everything. But I think we're pretty close, because luckily this time we have a design to go with. So this will be coming. Hollow, what's the date for this?
So this one, because this is a community dino, you're going to be able to see it in game starting on April 23rd, and that's when the next community challenge will start, which I'm going to keep a secret for now, but it'll start April 23rd, and then same thing as the other community dinos. Every time the Orosaur's been unlocked, once the challenge is completed by the community, you'll have 3 days to redeem the Tuffaluffagus, and then the next challenge will start.
Yeah, and just so people know long term, and I don't know, we might have said this already to you all, but the idea is going to be that the Orosaur will come back, but for the next 3 community challenges, it'll be the Tuffaluffagus, and then it'll probably alternate back to the Orosaur, and then back to the Tuffaluffagus. But before we start that alternating, it'll likely get we'll probably have another community challenge. So make sure you be ready. And one of the things I think that made it tough this time is like, I like that this kind of had a design similar to like Geodude from Pokemon, where it felt tough. So even though it was, it doesn't necessarily have to tie to the name, I do think ultimately that will influence the vote a little bit. So even though you guys have amazing designs, and don't hesitate to share those with us in the meantime, when the name of the dinosaur and the type of the dinosaur, try and match that as best you can and get inspired by that when that prompt comes out. Because I think that's probably, if I had to pick one thing that made us choose this over the others, is that this dinosaur just looked like he had kind of a tough armor build. So just a suggestion. That said, you come up with something awesome and wait till we have the next community challenge and you submit it and we love it, then we might just end up doing it too. So there's really no right or wrong with these submissions. So anyone else want to say anything about the Tuffaluffagus while we got it up? Anything coming from the community that I'm not seeing? I'm not looking at the chat. Sorry, guys.
I'm working on announcing it right now.
I think I'm gonna ask Miss Strat if she wants to be in my video. So yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was so
But
cool. We didn't even realize who had submitted it, and we pulled all the pictures, and then we were looking at them, and we were like, yeah, like let's definitely go with this one. And then I went back through Discord, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's literally like a bug smasher. Like that's so cool. So yeah. Not rigged.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it solely based off of the images, so it's all fine. Miss Red did great. So should we let's see, anything here or anything else? Anyone else want to say?
I think I'm good. Lots of congrats in the chat from Miss Rat.
Yeah, for sure. And we have the finalists as well, right? Are those? Is that going out in the announcement, or do you want to mention those now? I don't know if anyone has those on hand.
Yeah, we could mention them. I've got them right here. I'm just announcing it right now in the event channel. Maybe I'll just post it actually as well.
Yeah, Tuffaluffagus is going to be a hunter. For the people asking in chat.
Do we have any inkling on what the challenge is going to be? Because those poor chickens before.
What if we do?
Yeah, seriously.
We have some ideas, but if any, we basically want to have community challenges indefinitely, so everybody drop your ideas.
Yeah, we want to make sure it's fun. We want to make sure it doesn't get done in like 12 hours or whatever that was, 11 hours of chicken massacres. That was crazy. Otherwise, you guys would all have like 900 Orosaurs if we did it that way. So we do want to make sure it takes some time, but that doesn't mean it can't do something a lot of times. So yeah, just give us your ideas. We'll continue to make community challenges for sure for a long time. Hope it becomes a standard of the game. But yeah,
If you're open to suggestions, we could be doing something like killing 1 million Triceratops. Just right now, not because I'm bitter or anything like that. Just a suggestion.
It's a great suggestion. I love Triskelly, one of my faves. All right, also Skelemagnon. All right, it looks like J-Doug, Cyanide, and Vinky, you guys were all close runner-ups. Let me pull up. Oh yeah, J-Doug's was fantastic. I love that design in general. I think because it was like a Zombador, and it didn't quite feel tough. I think that was the only reason I didn't go with that, but the design itself is really cool. So if that fits the prompt, or if you want to adjust it next time a little bit to fit the prompt a little bit better, that might help. Let me see.
I think that one they had used for the first round of submissions also, but they probably resubmitted it because it was so cool that I would have a hard time letting that one go too, but that's why it showed back up. It was really, really cool.
I liked Cyanide.
It was very cool.
Serpent one. That one was one of my top picks.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, Cyanides was great. I really like that as well. I think, again, it probably was only because it didn't feel tough, but the design's so good that I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't inspire a future water-based dino. So if you see an eel-inspired dino, it will probably make it look like this. We'll try and give Cyanide a shout out or free bundle or something like that if we end up doing it. So such a cool design. And then let's see, the last one from Vinky. Oh yeah, this one was super cool too. The main reason we couldn't do this one, like we knew it was a cool design, want to make it, we just don't have the rigs set up for 3 heads. It would kind of break everything within the game. So that's the main reason we didn't go with it, but we wanted to give a shout out because we thought it was such a cool looking dinosaur. But we might end up making an enemy dinosaur way down the road that is inspired by this. So stay tuned. All right, awesome. Well, that's it for like the community stuff. I wouldn't mind if we wanted to go through some questions, or I can't remember if there was something else we wanted to tease before we get too much further.
That's everything I have. We got.
Oh wait, I know one thing we wanted to tease, and I can't remember if we decided we really wanted to do this or not. But
yeah, do it. I think it'd be so fun.
The stupid drawings that we've been sharing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's all kind of culminated into this. Like, it would be great to give them the full thing.
The full thing with zero context too. Is still are we
No
not?
context.
Okay, Cadet, you can speak to this.
And sneaks.
All right. If anyone has it pulled up, I guess we can do that. But
Yeah,
I think
I'll
I've got that.
pull it up real quick.
Okay.
Are we talking about from this morning?
No, that one we should do that too.
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about. I don't know what you're talking about then.
Oh, okay. You tease what you're gonna tease. Yeah,
Nope.
I'm talking about the drawings.
Oh, the drawings.
I've got the drawings. I'll do that one first.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty clear, I think, when you see the whole thing together. But this was just meeting notes. So I was just writing down my thoughts during the meeting, and then somebody clipped it, and then started sharing small bits of it with Drewski for teasers and stuff. But this is yeah, I mean,
That's what those small drawings. Honestly, I've been trying to
I
wrap
kind of
my
had
head
an
around
idea.
that.
there's
kind of
the
thought that was
first one that got leaked.
Or did I know?
This one got re-leaked there. This one got leaked. I mean, there's
That one
mean,
without
you get-
context was wild, by the way.
I mean, with context, I don't know if it's much better, but like, yeah,
Not much
this-
better, but
This is the full image. So make as many videos as you want about that. I'll probably have a proper Q&A about the whole water update in general. But it was just, I was explaining things to the team and was using this as my chicken scratch notes. It wasn't like, these aren't like designs or anything like that. Our artists actually make proper artwork. But now you can see how horrible of an artist that I am when it comes to traditional art. I make all the PDP art, which is like what the banner is, so I can do that stuff really good. But when it comes to actually like drawing, traditional drawing, man, I'm pretty buns, pretty stick figure. So we have some really talented artists who can do that for me. Anyways, that's what I was going to share. So feel free to now make all
Here's
your
my entire
videos.
week. Just zoom in here on the center of the tension.
that's amazing.
You didn't blur the dinosaur's face? Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is this child exploitation?
No,
Yum
that's
Yum, what is this?
not me. Yeah,
Cadet, what is this?
That's Biscuit. The tribe mute.
You're gonna see a return. Keep an eye out for this dinosaur on TikTok. All right.
Hopefully not in handcuffs.
I don't know. It would make for a funny video. We'll see.
We'll see.
That
Keep
actually looks
how
amazing, by the way.
messy Yum Yum's desk is.
Hey, oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. Like all my snacks, which I'm eating right now, this is delicious.
I do have one more thing to share that's pretty related to this. We got it this morning, so you guys already seen this, but this is pretty exciting. This is the actual like manufacturer's renders. So I know it's not anything different, but
Is that
we
scanned
should.
Yum Yum?
This is a scan of Yum Yum. His beard is actually just a tattoo, so this is how he looks in real life. It's just zero anything.
Secret.
But yeah, this is going to be a real thing. We should have a version of this in like a month and a half. Okay, going to the roadmap, first of all, Q&A session, mini session here. The first plushies, I'm really sorry, the Carnotuggus, the first one that appears on that, got delayed by a little bit, and then the manufacturer felt like it was so close to the Spinosugus release that we decided we had to completely postpone that. So the reason the Carnotuggus is supposedly before everything is because of manufacturing delays. So we are doing plushies. We are doing the Carnotuggus plushie and the Spinosugus plushies. However, the Spinosugus plushie is going to be the first one. And I did that poll about the Jaws shirt. This is my little Jaws figurine. I'm a huge Jaws fan. Movie nerd in general, so movies are going to continue to make their spot. But I don't know if you guys saw the two different shirt designs. You guys like them both pretty equally, so we're pretty stoked. But the manufacturer said that they would go ahead and just actually make both of them. They were thrilled with how many people participated and the response to both of them. So we all decided it'd be cool to just make both shirts. So we're going to have 2 shirts, swim trunks that are amazing, and the Spinosugus plushie, which is going to come in an egg, and then you'll open it and get several variants of the Spinosugus. So that'll be the first plushie, and then the Carnotuggus will come after that, depending on how all that goes and everything. So I don't know when Carnotuggus will come out, but it will. How the Spinosugus goes. So a little update on the roadmap there. That's the only one that's really like totally been moved around. I feel substantially. There probably will be more that moves around. Maybe we'll update the roadmap. But for the most part, we're sticking to it pretty good. So any questions with Cadet and Bigger and Nostalgia, if any of you guys have any specific questions about that, since you're on the stage, happy to answer what I can.
What will be like the price range of the costume?
Oh, that is a great question that I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was one that Gorilla Tag made, and I know that the manufacturers aren't exactly the same, but the providers I think are similar. So it might be similar to the one that Gorilla Tag did. I'm really sorry, I don't know. That's not something we decide. We just work with them on designs. But they're fulfilling all of that side of things, and so we're just collaborating with them. That's just not my area of expertise at all. Manufacturing and clothing and all that stuff I know nothing about, so we just decided to hand that 100% over to a very capable team. But yeah, great question. I should know the answer to that, and hopefully once we get the tests back, we'll be able to tell you guys and get you all hyped and psyched for that.
When are you holding your UG event for everyone to come and play UG IRL?
IRL.
I
Just have a bunch of people running around in the outfit.
Yeah, there's going to be an event at VidCon with one of them. Yeah, at least Yum Yum and possibly Biscuit will be there with their costumes. So that will be an actual thing. VidCon. When's VidCon Yum Yum? I can't remember the dates.
June, I think. Ish. Yeah. End of June.
June-ish. So if you guys want to see Yum Yum running around IRL with that costume, go to VidCon. Yeah.
I'm scared people will recognize my voice and then leak my face at VidCon. That's
Wear a
probably why
mask.
I'm not gonna go.
I'm planning on it.
Wear a dinosaur mask.
Yeah, that's a great point. All right, awesome. I know that we did have a few questions. We're almost out of time here, so maybe have time for just 2 or 3 questions. If there's anything that's come up in the community or anything from our creators that are here on the stage, I'll prioritize those. But if there are just a couple written ones, Tara, I think you said you had a few of those. If you want to bring those up.
Is it possible to do 1 million pig sticks, like eating 1 million pig sticks as a community challenge? I thought that was suggested earlier. I thought it was kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible?
For
Okay.
sure. The only thing is, since we're rotating out the maps now, we have to make sure we time it so that you can actually do it. We got a little bit close with Betsy, feeding Betsy. Do you guys remember that? Betsy was going away, and then you guys, the community stepped up and finished it with I think 5 days to spare, more or less. But it was close. So we would just have to make sure that we time that right. But
It's not possible for this next one because the day that the community challenge starts, Cow Canyon replaces Pig Valley. But sometime in the future.
If you don't mind me asking, do we have any idea of when the water update is coming? Do you have a projected date or time frame you're looking at?
We do. Yeah, 100%. So there's 3 main updates to the water update that we're planning for right now. There's obviously going to be still weekly updates, so this doesn't encompass every water update, and there'll be little things that we'll add along the way. But the ones that we're 100% gung-ho about right now. That said, all these dates are always subject to change. We throw something in there like March Madness, and things disrupt these plans. The plushies are delayed or something. But in this case, we're going to launch no matter what. And we've told that to the manufacturing team, and there's plenty of window for them to be able to hit this deadline. So, water update, which will include the swimming map without the Spinosugus. Sorry, with the Spinosugus and without the Mosasaurus battle, is coming out January, February, March, April, May 14th. So that'll be the first release of the swimming dinosaur, and it'll be very similar to how the flying map was released with the swoop jaw. And you'll be able to take your Spinosugus. Spinosugus will be a little bit better on both land and underwater. Some dinosaurs will barely be able to swim. Most of them that you've had in the game now will barely be able to function underwater. They will, but just not very well. And then some swimming, when you get the Mosasaurus, the Mosasaurus will barely be able to move on land, but it'll be really good at swimming. So there's just going to be a little bit of dinosaurs can go in either spot, but yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So that's going to come out May 14th. 2 weeks later, we will have fishing in the game, and that will just be at any water location. So even around the watering hole right now in the rivers and stuff, you'll be able to fish, but obviously there'll be reasons to fish in different places to get different types of fish. And the plan right now is to have a Fishadex page on the Dinodex that's completely separate of everything that will track what fish you've caught and everything. And so that should be really fun. And then we'll have the free starter fishing pole that's pretty much, it's going to be for bones only, so everyone can get it, and you can catch every fish with it. It just gets maybe harder to catch the more rare fish. And then we'll have the other 2 poles as well. That'll be kind of the mid-tier one, and then the god tier one. And those will be all on tech web, and you'll take them out and you'll cast and you'll reel it in. And again, you will be able to catch every fish with just the bones pole. But so that's the fishing update on May 28th, and then on June 11th is when the Mosasaurus battle will begin, and that's partially what that image was earlier. that amazing drawing that I did. That's kind of what that's going to introduce. There's a little bit more context in there, so that will be on June 11th. So we're trying to make it all happen through the summer, so that when you guys are out of school, or at least a lot of players are out of school in the summertime, wanting to swim, going swimming, wanting to buy swim trunks. That's our hope. So, yeah, those are the dates. It was a long answer, but a lot of people have been asking that.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking, so I'm really glad you brought that up.
Which, speaking of, this is your friendly reminder that the roadmap is not week by week. And just because something is next on the roadmap doesn't mean it comes out next week. Don't fall
Yes.
for it, guys.
That is
Yes,
really
they-
helpful, by the way. I know that it's like might change and whatnot, but to be able to see kind of what you guys have in store is been really, really helpful. I know you did one last year. It was requested for again this year, so thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, the
And
next
as
one
it
that's
kind of,
coming out
Oh,
is
go ahead.
next week. That's what you're saying?
Yum Yum, no.
Yum Yum's going to do all the work to get it out as well. That's what I heard.
Yes. Not
As long
sleeping
as-
anymore.
As Bakers keeps paying me the big bucks, I'm happy to do whatever.
I'm not paying you anything.
It's going to be a
that's right.
Triskelly on the like mountain, isn't there?
That's
No,
what I
no,
wanted
no.
you to say.
And actually, just as like a pseudo tease, and we'll go into this much later at another time because we only have 2 minutes. But to finish up, there's that whole region in the update that's kind of all mixed together. That has evolution, the ballerina, and dino training. You can see that in the updates channel. But we've been meeting a lot about that internally. We've heard a lot of feedback, and it's kind of. We've been low-key working on this in the background while trying to keep these weekly updates going. If you're in any way, shape, or form feeling like UG's getting repetitive, they just keep doing the same thing over and over again, our entire objective is to get the game clean and ready to go for a proper launch. But at the same time, we've been wanting to develop this other component of the game that's going to be like the reason you keep playing UG long term. So if you can just stick with us through this swimming update, we think that'll be a blast. We think that'll introduce a lot of new functionality to the game and a lot of new experiences. But that whole cluster of evolution, battle arena, and dino training, there's a lot more to it than that, and we'll probably have, not in the not too distant future, a Q&A like all about that whole like expansion. So and literally in 30 seconds, I'm meeting with the rest of the 12 members of the team to go over the plans for that. So so that's a great place, I think, to end it. Unless there's anything else you want to say before we head out.
Just some people were wondering about the 100K video. You guys will get to see Yum Yum playing VR in real life very soon. Stay tuned. We have a plan.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Look in the chat. Yum Yum, leak the code. Yum Yum, leak the code. Chat.
Also that. Here, I'll do it a couple times as soon as I get lost. We'll get some nugs.
Oh yeah. Sweet. Hey, thanks everyone. Always a blast. Cadet Bakers and the Stalacy, thanks for participating in March MUGness and participating today. Hopefully it was fun for everybody, and we're gonna go talk about the future of UG as a team. So, got to get back to work. All right.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.
See you guys.
Have a good day, everyone.
Now that you've seen everything in the Q&A, make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the rest of your day.